Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for you guys today, we are going to be doing a video that's not a new concept, and I've seen it around YouTube before. But basically, I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup with products that reached Holy Grail status this year for me in 2020. So these are products that if I run out of them, or if they were to be lost to me for whatever reason, as long as they're still available, because there is one limited edition item in here, but it's still available right now. In here, I would 10 out of 10, I would repurchase these without even thinking about it, because they are so good to me. I love them so much. So yes, with that being said, if you guys like this video, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I would very much greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers by the end of this year, but since the end of this year is tomorrow, unless I can get 25 subscribers with this video, I don't think that's gonna happen. Also, I'm not a makeup artist. Please don't hate me for it. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I just do makeup the way that I like to do makeup on myself. And yeah, with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so the first few things I want to talk about are moisturizers, because skin prep is very important under makeup, and these are two things that go super duper well under makeup. I keep looking right here, and I need to be looking right there. These are two things that, like, 9 times out of 10, I will use these products to moisturize my face before I put on primer. So the first one is the Revolution Skincare Hydration Boost. It is a lightweight gel moisturizer, and, like, Connie's been into this thing again. It's basically empty. Like, after this, it will be empty, because Connie got into it too. She takes my moisturizer, and I've got, like, decently dry skin, so I'm going to be repurchasing this soon, because it's actually empty now. But I love how it feels. It absorbs really quickly, and it doesn't bunch up under makeup. Does that make sense? It doesn't get, like, all pilly and stuff underneath my primer and everything. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is another moisturizer, but this one's technically, it's an eye cream. It's from Perricone MD. It's the Cold Plasma Plus Eye, and I'm going to take, like, a decent amount of this, because I'm going to put it on my eye, but then I'm also going to put a little bit on my spots that are a bit dry. And I like to put this on under my eye before makeup, because it hydrates your under eye area quite nicely. So it helps with, like, any, like, fine lines and stuff, because, you know, I'm 24, but I do have fine lines and everything. I have very crinkly under eyes, and so just hydrating those, it helps to, like, plump them up, and it helps things not settle as quickly into fine lines, I think, from what I have found. So I kind of take that, and I'll put some on my eyelid to help with that, and then I'm just going to take what's left and kind of rub that into where I have the scaly bits, because I'm having, like, a hormonal breakout, and it's very stressful at my job right now, because I work as a cashier, so I'm exposed all day to, like, people who don't know how to social distance, and it causes me a great amount of stress. So hormonal breakout on top of the stress breaking out equals Shanna's picking at something. So yes. The next thing is my foundation, and I want to point out, I do know that this is way too dark for me. I'm well aware of the fact that this is too deep for me. It's my summer shade, and I don't have a winter shade right now. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation with hyaluronic acid. This is Light 45W. Sorry, not Light 45. It's Light 45. Light 40W. So I have, like, a warm undertone. And then my favorite concealer of this year, I love this thing so much. Look at how much of I've used. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I use this all the time, like all of the time. If I'm not using this one, it's the Juvia's Place one. But I've already repurchased this. So I'm going to do these two products off camera just so this video is not 45 hours long anymore. So I'll be right back. It also occurred to me I forgot to talk about primer really quick. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. Can you guys see how much of this I've used? I love this because it gives a nice glow underneath any type of makeup and even through powder. So I'm going to use this first, and then I'll do my foundation and concealer, but I'm going to do all of it off camera to save time. Be right back. Okay, so I did the foundation, the primer, and the concealer. I will say my favorite way to apply that foundation is with a foundation brush. Just because it is it's like a sheer coverage foundation, but I was able to build it up so you can barely see my acne spots anymore, which is really nice. My favorite powder this year that I have discovered this year, let me be very specific, that I have found this year, it's not that it came out in 2020, is what I'm trying to say, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder. I love this because it blurs the skin. It sets the skin. You don't need a whole lot. It sets the skin, but it adds like a nice blurring effect on top for probably the first 3 or 4 hours that you're wearing it. After that, your natural oils kind of start to break through and things do start to settle, but it keeps the makeup set all day, and I love it for that. So I'm going to be using this powder, and I'm going to be using the Alamar Cosmetics brightening brush to set under my eyes with, just so that like I'm not getting cakey under eyes, because nobody wants that. I'm going to take what's left and kind of put some on my T-zone. And then I'm going to take a big floofy brush and just set the rest of my face really quick. Looks like I have dandruff really bad. Oh well. Just don't wear black when you use that powder because it will show up on everything. Oh dear. Somebody's been using my highlighters and stuff. Okay. Moving on to eyebrows. I think we will do next. So, my favorite eyebrow pencil that I found this year, and it even came out this year, I just haven't talked about it yet because it's basically, I use it all the time anyway, it's just the slimmer version of it. This is the AOA Studio Slim Brow Pencil in the shade, I think it's dark brown. Yeah, dark brown. And it has like a spoolie on one end, and then it has a really, really fine tip on the other. and it's only $1. So I love this pencil quite a bit. And I'm just gonna do my brows really quick to save some time. I'm gonna do them off camera, but you guys will see. Alright, I just wanted to show you really quick. Do you see the difference between these two brows? It's a very natural brow pencil, but like this one has got the pencil on it. This one does not. So I like the fact that it darkens it a little bit, and then I'm able to very quickly and easily fill it in while also doing like that natural hair thing at the front that I couldn't necessarily achieve with this pencil, because this is the normal AOA Studio brow pencil, but it has like that triangular tip at the end, and that one's great if all you want to do is just whack on your brows. But if you want to do like a more fluffy looking brow or a fuller looking brow, this one is better because it is more slender, more slim, whatever. But I'm gonna do my other brow very quickly, and then we'll be back again. Okay, so my nose itches so bad. Brows are on. Next thing to do is going to be contouring and bronzing, and for that I'm just gonna be using like one product that has both of those things in it, and that is my Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte. This is, I don't know if I've discussed this before on my channel or not. I'm very pale. Like, I am very pale. I am literally the color of printer paper. So sometimes bronzers can be too dark for me. Like, it doesn't take much for them to be too dark. Contours, I run into the same problem. It doesn't take much for them to be too deep. Now, with that being said, the fact that this palette only comes in one shade is atrocious. Like, they could come out with this palette and have like the fair one, have a light, have a medium, a deep, and then have a deep dark. It's not that hard, and then Tarte would probably see a boost in sales, would be my guess, because the formula on this is amazing, but they definitely need to expand their shade range. That being said, like I said, I am very pale, and it is very, very hard for me to find bronzers and things that are like more impactful but not like sheer, because normally I have to go for a sheerer bronzer, a sheerer contour, so that I can like build it up to where I can stop it and have it be okay. I don't have to do that with this palette, because this contour shade right here, it's really nice. It's very pale like I am, so it stops. It doesn't get too deep. It doesn't oxidize on me. And then like the shimmery bronzer in here, I love these. I love shimmery bronzer. And then when I'm slightly more tan, I can use these two colors right here. So I'm going to take my, what is this? This is a E4 from Morphe. It's technically a blush brush, but I love using blush brushes for contour just because it's so flimsy. It helps with the application, I think. Plus the fact that it's an angled brush, it's quite nice. And for bronzer, I'm going to take my floofy brush and just go. So for contour, I use the shade Princess Cut. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the shade Carrot. It is a more, it's like shimmery. It's like a shimmery bronzer, which I love. I'm just going to kind of just sweep that on cheekbones a little bit. There, kind of go over my forehead. And just a little bit on my nose like that. So it's kind of hard to see on camera, but like you can see where I contoured a little bit, and then it's like a nice bronzy shade, which I love. I love, I love, I love, I love. I love a good bronze. Okay, you can go sit over there right now. The next product I want to talk about is blush, because you guys know I love blush. Like, I didn't think I never used to love blush, but I'm definitely a blush person. I do really enjoy it. My favorite one this year that I got at the beginning of this year, just because I wanted to try it. This, again, it's not a new product, but this is the Milani Baked Blush in Rose d'Oro. If you guys can tell, like, look at the dome on that now. Can you see that? That's a really small dome for Milani Baked Blush, because their blushes are normally, like, stacked. They're baked, so they have, like, a higher dome. So I've used this quite a bit this year. It's probably my favorite one that I've discovered this year. And this is kind of what made me love, like, a glowy baked blush. I don't like normal matte blushes that much. I don't. I like the baked formula because it's pigmented. Like, you can build up the pigment, but it's a more sheer pigment, I guess. And so it doesn't look like clown cheeks on me, which is something I appreciate. Because when I was first trying to figure out where to apply blush, I would always apply it, like, I would smile and then apply it right here. I already have big cheeks. I don't need to make them look bigger. So just like the fact that this was like a nice wash of color was very, very helpful. And just kind of keep that almost where I applied bronzer, but higher. Like that. And so I love this. I'm actually going to go in with a little more because I love it that much. I think that looks good. And it just adds like a nice sheen because it is a glowy blush. It's lovely. It's so lovely. I love it so much. I'm saying love and lovely. I don't know who I am anymore. Okay, the next thing is going to be, because I'm going to save highlight for last, just because I don't want to have to, like, fix it later. For eye primer, I'm going to use my Milani eyeshadow base. And just squeeze a boop of that onto my fingers. Kind of just apply this. You don't need a whole lot. nice. Okay, so then the product I want to talk about next is the one limited that I'm aware of. It's the only limited edition product that I'm showing today, and that is because this has reached holy grail status in my heart. It made me want to play with more colorful eyeshadows. Like this palette, because of this palette, I bought more colorful eyeshadow palettes than I've ever bought ever before, and I only have like 5 colorful eyeshadow palettes. But I love this palette so much. I'm so glad that I bought it, and you will not convince me to get rid of it ever. And that is the Nikki Tutorials Beauty Bay palette. As far as I'm aware, I know that this is limited edition, but I'm pretty sure it's still in stock on Beauty Bay's website. So if you were thinking about buying this palette, I 10 out of 10 would recommend it. Is it a little bit stubborn? Yes. Can it be coaxed into creating absolutely stunning, gorgeous, beautiful eye looks that I'm so pleased with? Again, yes. So I'm just gonna do an eye look with this. I'm gonna go in with this shade basic right here. It's the third color on the third row. It's just a very pale brown. I'm gonna put that in my crease color. Did anybody watch the documentary, by the way? Like, on she's doing on YouTube. I'm so excited to like watch the rest of that. I'm gonna do one eye on camera to save time. So that again, this video is not for everyone. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Plot Twist, which is the first color on the third row. It's like a very pale blue. There's like a before, so I kind of want to. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with Amsterdam, which is the fourth color on the fourth row. A really dark blue. I'm just gonna get a more subtle color look because I'm not doing the whole fancy change today. Then I'm gonna go into Slasher, which is the fourth color on the top row, and it's like a nice purpley color. I'm just gonna use that to kind of blend out the other colors and kind of bring it into the inner part of my eye. I think that turned out alright. Alright, and then for the shimmery shade on the lid, I'm going to use Mama Tutorials, which is the blue on the bottom row with the red color over. The shimmers in this palette are unreal. So I'm just gonna pop that on my hand, and I'm barely applying any pressure, and it's like a stunning. I'm using a little bit and show you. You see a little bit like patchy right there. I think that's me, but then the problem, not a palette problem. Blending is not my strong suit. I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye off camera really quick and then do the back. Okay, so that's what that part looks like. Okay, so before we continue on with the rest of our face, I am going to set my face just so that, like, when I do this, my mascara is not running, the eyeliner is not running, nothing is like running all over the place. So I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, the luminous one. I love this stuff. Can you guys see how much of it I've used? I love it. I know Morphe is like a more, like, I guess sleazy is like the wrong word, but they're a more shady brand. But that product is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Where did my highlighter go? Okay, so my favorite highlighter should come as no surprise to anybody. It could only be like one of 3 things. This is the Colored Rain Focal Point Glow Lighter in Fashion Show. I absolutely adore this. Can you, again, can you see, like, if you hold it there, can you see the dent in that? A little bit. Can you see the dent? Even so slightly. I love this thing so much. I use it everywhere. I'm just gonna put this on my cheekbone. And above my brow. A little bit on my nose. Smidge a bit on my nose. And in between my brows. There, like, do you see? Boom. right there, and then I'm going to take a teeny tiny little itty bitty baby brush, wet it with the spray, and I'm just gonna go back into the highlighter and use that as my inner corner. Oh wait, you know what? We need to save that for last so it doesn't get messed up with the eyeliner. So my favorite eyeliner of this year is the Milani After Dark one. I love it. It's like basically waterproof. It does not budge once it's in. It's a black eyeliner, but I love a black waterline. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to take out the smudgy part, which is at the other end, which is another reason why I love this eyeliner. And smudge it out. Do you see? Can you see? Am I too far zoomed out? I don't know. Zoom me back in. Right there. Is it even? No. But I really love it because it kind of adds a more cat eye effect, because there's no way on God's green earth I have cat eyes. Absolutely not. But I love it. It makes me feel more like just sexy and beautiful, and I love that eyeliner. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to take a small blending brush, and I'm going to go back in with Slasher and just throw that on top of the eyeliner to kind of help smoke it out slightly. Like that. Like that. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm just going to use my highlighter on this brush that I already had a little bit ready. And just pop that in there. Because this is an amazing, amazing, amazing highlighter. It's my favorite. Like that. Okay, so there's that. Zoom you back out. And do that bit. Okay. Mascara. This one is a newer discovery of mine. I got this one in an Ipsy bag, but it does the actual most for my lashes. So I'm going to curl them first. It does so much. This is the It Cosmetics Superhero mascara. This one's just a travel size. I got it in my Ipsy bag. But, like, if you're doing a natural makeup, like a natural makeup day, and false lashes aren't in your repertoire, this is the best.
Shanna,
Oh,
can I use your iPad to call Grandma Sandy and Grace to tell them thank you?
yeah.
For the box came.
I will say you do have to give this mascara a second to dry, otherwise it will smudge, which is why I did it after the setting spray and stuff. So while we wait for that to dry, I'm going to show you guys my favorite lip products of the year. Yeah, just let me find it. I had to take stuff out of the box. Okay, found it. Okay, so I have tried not like a ton of new lip products this year, but I have tried a few. And especially like with COVID, you know, liquid lipsticks are becoming more popular again. For a while they were going out and glosses were coming in. Glosses are still coming in. But I think liquid lipsticks are, you know, they're going to be a staple for a very, very long time. I don't like liquid lipsticks, especially during the winter. Like, I do not like a full-on matte liquid lip. My lips are too dry all year round for really to do that, but especially during the winter time. So my favorite formula of liquid lipsticks that I've tried this year that have reached Holy Grail status are the Luxe Velvet Mattes from ColourPop. They're velvet, so they don't dry down completely, which is what makes them so comfortable. They do not dry out your lips, but they're decently long wearing as well. I mean, if you're eating a cheese pizza, these aren't going to stay on, but they will last for a decently long time. Ooh, that is pale. Okay, so there is that nude, and I'm going to give that a second to dry before I do the other lip product, because I do want it to be like a little bit more shiny. But with that being said, I do have a favorite style of lash, which I never thought I would ever have. Sorry, I have like something up my nose. These are the AOA Studio Scarletta lashes. They're in this box that they came in, but I had to take them off the paper thing. So let me get one out and show you guys one of these really quick. I'm not gonna apply these on camera. I can barely do lashes on a normal day, let alone like on camera.
Why do you have one of Mom's teeth up here?
Because she said I could have it. It's just a very natural, fluttery style of lash. If you want to wear lashes but you don't want to wear super dramatic ones, these are really, really nice. to do that with because of the fact that they are so natural looking. But with that being said, I'm going to apply these off camera because if I try and do this on camera, I'm going to glue my eyelids shut. There's just no other way around it. It's not possible. I can't do it on camera. Okay, so this is what the lashes look like on. They're not on overly well like this and is completely unhinged, and this eye has got it like also unhinged, but like it's better. I don't know, I'm not very good at applying lashes yet. I just started, but these are the ones that I like. Why is one eye so much more blue? I don't, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, so that's what this part looks like. But yeah, can you see, like, from a distance, it doesn't really look like I'm wearing any lashes. They just add a little, excuse me, hint of something. Okay, my last and final, my final Holy Grail formulation that I found this year, or product that I found this year, is also from ColourPop, and it's Deluxe Lip Oil. I like these because you would think, why would you put a lip oil on top of a matte liquid lipstick? It breaks it down. This one, it just acts as more of a gloss than an actual lip oil, and I just kind of put it in the center to add a hint of shine to my lips, and I really like how that looks. But yeah, that is it. You guys are crooked now. Those are all of the products that I found, or I discovered, I tried this year that have reached Holy Grail status for me. I do have more products that have reached Holy Grail status, so that might be another video that comes up in January of 2021, which is only 2 days away. Oh my god, day after tomorrow will be 2021, and maybe that year will be so much better than this one has been. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I know it's been like a longer video. I tried to keep it short-ish so that it's not so long. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And yes, with that being said, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!